Hey everyone, this is AestheticGamer, and this is going to be a random video recorded during August of 2019. I'm just uploading. I have an old video on this game. I don't think I ever uploaded it. It's somewhere on my hard drive. But anyways, the main reason I'm playing this is I was kind of going through some memories of some indie horror games I played years back. There was this certain era of games where there were just several kind of pixely 3D horror games that had a certain type of atmosphere and style, which was very early 2010s. They just don't really see too much anymore. The pixely 3D horror style hasn't gone away completely, but it has died down a lot. And with that, there's a certain style which was present in several games like Judith, 7 Days, the original I'm Scared, or even the reimagined I'm Scared and such, that just kind of dissipated after a certain point of time. And I was thinking about this because I was also thinking that'd be nice to capture that energy in one of my game development projects, but that's another topic for another time. The main reason I'm playing this is I also realized while going down memory lane that this game was never played to completion by anyone. And I literally mean that. Okay, so this game apparently has 6 endings, but legitimately, and I looked through dozens of videos, I scrolled, I used all the functions I could, I don't know how many videos of this game I watched because I remember playing it back in the day. Every single person gets the same ending. And I even see the developer on a couple of the YouTube videos mention that this game has 6 endings, but most people don't know that because everybody gets the same ending. And I got a little bit of a hint by one of his comments, the YouTube comments. They replied to another video about this, but I began to realize there's not a complete video of this game. Everybody gets this ending where they approach the water and the woman comes out of the water, and then that's all they play. And everyone was like, oh, that was a pretty good game. I like the story of it. It's a nice ending. But I also remember back when I played this game, I entered into a house, a cabin area, and I don't think I got the ending there. I remember something happening, but nobody unlocks the cabin. Nobody enters, nobody gets any of the other endings, and I'm just legitimately curious. I'm like, what is up? This game was played by a lot of YouTubers, even really big YouTubers. A lot of the biggest YouTubers ended up playing this game, and there's a lot of videos of this game, but how come no one's actually played this game through to completion and nobody's gone through the multiple ending systems? So I just got really curious to see what the 6 endings of this game were, and make the most complete, I guess, video that there's been to this game so far. Nothing else to say. Let's begin and see how this plays out. It's been so long now since the tides had taken her. I knew her well, loved her so, and will never hold her again. Now her touch still haunts me. I must return to her and set myself astray. To do what I must to leave this all behind me. So I'm going to start off with the ending that everybody else gets in this game. I got one hint by reading the developer's comments on another video, but my one, my only. So again, we're going to start with what I think I did when I played this game as well years ago, as well as what literally everybody else does. Oh, I need to turn my mouse quick game. I guess so. There's a mouse sensitivity option. I'm sorry to... Oh, I switched places there. The mouse sensitivity needs to be higher than that. That was very low. There's on this menu, which I didn't actually show, there is a high thing there. So I'll turn that to high, and let's begin. And I'm going to have to read this there again. I guess I'll talk a little bit more as this goes forth. I like this game, even though it's a little bit simple from what I've seen. But then again, maybe it's more complex than I think. It's just... I'm so perplexed. How does a game like this come about and everybody and their mother only gets one ending and there's multiple endings? In fact, it's obvious there's multiple endings, at least in this day and age. I don't know how the Game Jolt page was back in 2013, or I'm pretty sure 2013 is when this game came out. But there's a soundtrack for the game. They even have multiple ending songs listed there. So I guess back in the heyday of horror games, when the indie horror scene was craving for the next big thing and all that, a lot of people just kind of gave games single plays. They expected these games to only be like 30-minute experiences, maybe 10 to 30-minute experiences, and that's all people really pay attention for. So you can't go behind yourself at the very beginning. Again, this first run I'm just getting myself acquainted with the game. I'm going to do what I've seen most people do with this game. There's a gate right in front of us. It's locked. There's a left and right path. Most people go to the left. I'm going to go to the right for a second just to see what's over here. Alright, so I'm going to do some exploring just to get some things down here. My objective is to try and play every ending I can. There is a house here with a bed. Quaint. There is a trapdoor here. The trapdoor is locked. Inside of this chest I cannot seem to open. There's nothing back here. There is a note. And there's multiple notes in this game. I'm going to read them all at least once. Oh, picked up the cellar key. Alright, so cellar key is inside there. I was just kind of mashing the buttons I got without even looking at it, but let's read the note. Read journal, yes. November 18th, 1983. Damn it, I lost the gate key today, and I have no idea where. Thankfully, the gate's quite old, and my knife could force it open. Still, where could I have lost the key? Maybe I dropped it in the forest, or perhaps down in the cellar. I'll have to look around for it soon. Continue reading? Yes. November 24th, 1983. The man I've been seeing around the graveyard unsettles me. He always seems to want to go inside, but lacks the nerve to do so. I asked him today what he wanted. He just turned and walked away. That's totally my character, because it's like the graveyard keeper. And I assume that my character has been coming to the graveyard multiple times and wanting to visit his dead wife's grave, but it keeps him not having the nerve to do so. I still can't tell if his intentions here are of kind heart or not. Continue reading, yes. November 26, 1983. Well, that was most unsettling. I could have sworn I saw a ghost in the graveyard today. It was of a woman, soaked in water. She was as beautiful as she was haunting. I wonder if I'll see her again. Obviously, that's the spirit of the wife. Spoiler alert, I guess. Most endings that people see, a woman comes out of the water, and yeah, continue reading, yes. November 30th, 1983. I can't stand it here. I need to leave. For how long, I don't know, but I just have to go. I just hope I remember to lock everything up when I do. Alright, so that's the first thing. I think there's a counter to see how many notes you've read. Anyways, we obviously got the... In fact, this is not the ending that most people get, but I've seen a few people go here down to the cellar. Alright, so we're down in spooky cellar town. I'm going to try and explore pretty thoroughly, but we're not safe down here, so... Okay, so there's a door here. The door is locked. I keep on hearing a squeaking sound. I think that's just a pillar. Alright, so I'm trying to map this area out in my head. Best as I can, at least. It's a pretty big cellar, I'm not gonna lie. There's not a whole lot in it, but... Picked up the door key. That's for the door which I saw previously, obviously. Now audio starts playing. Spooky. The key doesn't work. Alright. Now the thing is, I know that there's an entity that stalks you in this sequence, and there's probably a few doors to try, but I'm gonna look around and see what I can find. Oh fuck. Read page? Yes? How could she do this to me? I thought of all the people, she was the one for me. So I got an idea of where this note is if I need to find all the notes to get an ending. I thought of all the people, she was the one for me. Now, what am I supposed to do? I just want an escape. Collected one of 12 pages. So that was one of the pages, which I saw right there. I got hurt by something. The key doesn't work. Okay, so I'm sort of on a timer here, I assume. There I got hit when I didn't realize it. 3 pages, yes. They say that sometimes when someone close to you dies, their spirit never truly leaves us. Lord, please help me. Because that's 2 out of whatever pages. And this game does have a few visual filters that makes it hard to see at times. I remember this as well. I see a ladder, but I want to try the door key before I do that. Door key here? Yeah, it was for in here. Alright, key picked up another door key. Okay, I see. In the sequence, you get multiple door keys, and then you have to figure out where each... Yo, that was the spirit. The water splashes are the thing that's going to try and kill you. Okay, so I saw it that time. The water splashes that you see on the ground means that you're about to get hurt by something. Fortunately, because I got a little bit spooked right then, I lost my bearings. The key doesn't work there. I think there is recovering health in this, it's just very slow at recovering. Also, did the basement shift locations, or did I just get really turned around when I got scared? I could see both options being very viable to what just happened. I think I got really turned around. This is where I just entered and got the key there previously. Okay, so I'm not going to take the ladder out of here. I'm determined to find the other, because I passed a couple doors on my way, and I'm sure I'm supposed to get all of them and all this fun stuff. If you see water splashes on the floor, that's what I need to be careful of. Okay, so this opens this up. There's another key in here. Picked up door key, no other books. And it's probably for the door that's this direction. I'm starting to get the layout of this area. Down. That was the splashes. There's the ghost. Don't want to get caught by the ghost. So I need to distract her. I need to avoid her, not to get killed by her. I think I get teleported when she hits me. I think that's to disorient you, because I got hit by the water and I ended up in a dead end, even though I don't think I was in a dead end beforehand. If I get killed here, I apologize. I'm probably going to have to retry this a few times just to get everything down. I am super stubborn to get this done right now. Thankfully, you can kind of run forever, so I got that going for me. And I recover. The ghost takes a little bit to get to you, so I keep on getting my health back. That's the door I already opened, and I was so close. I'm pretty sure I either got turned around, but I think it'd be weird if I kept on getting turned around like this. I've got a pretty decent sense of direction, but maybe I'm just crazy, and it's particularly saying because the screen just flashed out crazy. I found both doors I've already opened. There's a door I passed earlier, which I definitely didn't open. I'm trying to do it's the water! I saw it even. Here's hoping I don't run into the spooky, scary... There's the door. No books or anything? No. I picked up a knife. Okay, so the knife is actually the item that most people don't get. So I'm actually not going for the ending that most people get here. So I need to find my way out of here without dying, though I still have to watch out for the water splashing thing. I've got a time limit to find the ladder. That's the door which I unlocked previously. The knife is actually one of the two items. The other one is a gate key. So this was the hint which I got. There's two items that you need to get at separate intervals, and the knife is one of them for the ending that most people actually don't get. I unintentionally got it, and actually it's probably good that I got that, because that means I can use that in the future there. So I think you can use the knife or the key to open the door, and here was the two hints I got for the different endings. I guess I could say this now, because I accidentally did what I didn't mean to do. There is a gate key that's easier to get than the knife, and the knife. And most people get the gate key and then go inside and get the flower. That's the easiest to get ending. Some people I did see get the knife. I don't think they beat the game after they get the knife. And I hear that there's things that contribute endings you're getting depend, and this is my theory. I know that they said that whether basically picking up one item locks you out of one path, and then not getting the other one locks you out of the other. So either you get the gate key or the knife, and getting one locks you out of the other. So that's the first one. And then there's the second one where there's a flower and another item, and most people get the flower, and then they get the ending. But then, even with that, even with those item combinations, apparently that would only contribute to 4 endings, so I'm wondering how there's 6 endings. This might be a multi-video series, and I might do a few parts, but I'm determined to see if I can get all 6 endings of this game. Let's see. Anyways, we got the knife, which means that we have a pretty good chance to just run on over here and open up the gate. I'm gonna look around a little bit before I enter the gate, even though I know to go through it later, just since I'm gonna try and go for at least 2 endings during the session. I'm also gonna see if I can read all the notes. Alright, let's see. Read page, yes. To my dearly beloved, I remembered how he used to dance about the world without care, how he endeared every moment he had to each other. Why did all that have to change? Click the 3 out of 12 pages. So I'm at 3 at the moment. I might not get them all, but I'm going to try my darnest. 2 of them are in... No, there's other pages that you read, but I guess they don't count as picked up pages? I guess they're books rather than pages. It's supposed to be the reasoning. Okay, this is the area which we'll get to. Actually, no, I guess that's not the area. I'll look at it, though. Because I haven't opened up the gate yet, so... Water fountain. Look through here. In fact, I'm going to be determined. I'm going to try and make this first playthrough, since I'm already going down the harder path. I'm going to see if I can find the flower, the item that's not the flower is what I was trying to say. If there's a ghost that comes and kills me, then I will die and I'll have to start all over. Fortunately, this game has kind of a unkind edge in that area. I remember this sequence a lot. I remember like water walls shooting up and the ghost chasing you through this bit. It's been many years since I played this game though, holy hell. let's see. Left or right? I'm taking all the rights right now. You might have noticed my strategy, quote unquote. I'm just seeing what's on the outskirt path to sort of map out in my head what this direction takes you to. It's definitely a big maze, though. Okay, so furthest right, this is a big open area. A page. Read the page, yes. What am I supposed to tell him? It was a mistake to betray his love and trust. He deserves so much more from me. What am I to do? Okay, that's 4 pages. And now the good thing is that the monster, I think the ghost doesn't want to kill. The ghost, as long as you don't get close to her, she won't automatically kill you as long as I keep my eyes open. And sometimes walk a little bit slow as opposed to doing this. No, was this the... Yeah, okay. I was just seeing if this area twisted how I thought it twisted. So I came here earlier, then I sort of got twisted there. I'm still going to check out the outskirts, though maybe I should do a little bit more loop around because this area leads back over here. I'm mapping this out in my head as I go. And this path led over here, which was where I got twisted and turned at the beginning. Okay. What's down here then? Just for a second, just to see if there's anything I'm missing, because I'm not going towards the center areas. Because I kept on taking rights. This area will like loop around over there. Yep, okay. Again, sorry if this part is a little bit repetitive. I'm just checking and scanning the areas for my own personal reasons. So there was also a path here to this right. I want to see if there's anything like in the middle or this leads back to the water fountain or something. It could loop. I saw something when I turned around, which I don't think was a water droplet. It's the fountain. Okay. There's a page here which I missed, so that's good at least. Why doesn't this rain stop? It's as if the world itself wishes to drown me as well. Please, I did no wrong. I just want to be left alone. We're at 5 pages now. I was going to start clicking around the water fountain. Okay, I'm going to look to the left this time. Leftmost path, I'm going to sort of go towards the middle. So I didn't finish the rightmost path, the leftmost path should take me to the rightmost path eventually, and then I can sort of look around from there. Oh, this is just a nice little bench area. Alright. So all the further lefts before I take closer pathways, just in case there's a hidden room closer to the middle areas. Explore the barrier before you take the inner core. So this left might take me back to the area where I picked up a page earlier. If that wasn't just what I stumbled upon, which actually is definitely a possibility, I think it might have been. I just thought I came upon it a little bit sooner than I thought I would have stumbled upon it. But you know, I don't know that. Let's see if I stumble upon another bench area right now. No! Oh! Interesting. Okay. So, I'm going to take this path again, except I'm not going to take as straightforward of a pathway. Again, we're exploring a maze. I'm trying to map out the maze a little bit in my head, but it's a little bit tricky. This is the bench area. I think this was the bench area, which I took all the rights towards. Which then, this was the path which I took a right there, which means this was the left which led back to the middle area, which is how I ended up in the same place again. Yeah, that's the fountain area. I think I might have explored this area for all it's worth. I think this area also might have the gate key. No. There were paths over here I didn't get to explore. Well, let's lead back to the fountain area. Like, is this the fountain area? Okay. So then if there's no other paths this way, that's how I'll know. I'll remember to take some lefts if I find lefts, just because I didn't get to explore this area thoroughly previously. I took the right last time. I know that because this is the first right, and this leads to all the rest of the rights. Let's go left here for a second. Is this the long pathway that leads back to the fountain area? Okay. I think I've mapped out most of this area in my head now. This leads back over here. Yeah, and this is the long path, which means the fountain's over here, and I think I've explored all the paths, so I might have been missing one. If I don't collect all the notes this round because I'm not being thorough enough, then I'll remember this. So I feel like I'm being pretty thorough. Nothing there over at that bench, right? Actually, I say I'm thorough and I don't look to see if there's like something attached to the back of the bench or something tricky like that. Alright, well that's one part of this done. I do have the knife to open up the gate key, but I'm going to see what else I can accomplish. I'm also going to I'm going to try really hard to pick up something other than the flower when we get to the next bit here. This might have to be like a multi-part series because I'm doing this way too thoroughly on this first run. I expected this to be the easy run. They would do an attempted more thorough run next time. Here I am doing like a super thorough run already. This wasn't really what I planned to do, but here I am. And I can't read this again, right? Okay. 18th, 26th, 30th. This one doesn't count towards pages collected because it is a book, and apparently books do not count as notes. I do currently have 5 out of 12 notes, though. Okay, so the gate is to the left of myself, but there's also a left path, which I never really got to look. I think it might just be a dead end. I'll look. I can open this right now with a knife, but let's see what's over here. A page. So I got that going for me. I believe the maze I was just in contains the gate key, by the way. Yes. To my dearly beloved. Or maybe it was just right here. I don't remember. To my dearly beloved, since the day you left me, I've never been able to move on. Even to this day, I can hardly believe that you're gone now. And despite the pain you've caused me, I still remember why I loved you. Please rest in peace. 6 out of 12 pages. Alright, so we have half of them. Hopefully the other half is inside here. I might be missing one somewhere, but yeah. But we open this up with the knife. The knife forced the lock, and I stepped inside. The air was cold and most foreboding. She watched me from behind. So I believe I'm looking for a way to open up the cabin. My hands could only tremble upon the hilt within my grasp. The anxiety was toxic and my fear most penetrating. So if I see a flower, I'm not going to pick it up. It's going to lock me to a path. And yet somehow I carried on. Let me in! Okay, let's just check over this direction. Now there is, I definitely know there's a ghost that stalks me in this part. I both remember it well, and again, I watched some videos of this game again before I decided to do this. Read the page, yes. I can't believe it. How could I have allowed all this to happen? It just can't be true. Why did you die? Why do you have to die for me? Die for me, notably, is what they just said. So again, I'm not going to pick up any flower. I think everybody picks up that flower. There's so many flowers around. I'm not sure if one of them is the flower I need to pick up. I'm just not going to pick up any flowers. Unfortunately, the flowers look like pages, and I am looking for the pages, so... But since they've got the blurry distance at the start, then yeah. I also am aware there is a ghost that wanders these parts. They really want me to pick up a flower. Now I'll try to pick them up. Okay, so this is the cabin I'm trying to unlock, as a heads up. The door is locked, but I need to find a way to get inside. I remember it's just straight after this. So time to start looking in some corners of the world. Again, this is kind of a maze, and I know there's a ghost in the sequence. I'm actually not going to run until I see the ghost, just so I don't, like, run into her. I think that logically makes sense. We got graves, we got flowers for all the graves, really. But again, I'm not picking up any goddamn flowers. There's a bench, there's a way to work around. Okay, we're golden. It does rain a lot. I like the rain. I think this leads back to the grave. No, the forward will lead back to the graveyard. Over here, I'm okay for a second. Yeah, this leads back to this section of the graveyard. I guess I'm going to explore over here first. Let's just do this way, because I'm over here. I think the cabin's this way. Actually, no, the cabin's straight forward, so this is someplace else. This is a different cabin. There's more than one? I did not remember that aspect. And I can just enter. There's a key. Okay. Let me read this note. Read page, yes. She's coming tonight, my dearly beloved. How could I ever call her that? I don't know. Damn it all, my heart pains me so. Yet I know well of the relief her death is going to bring for me. I want to find all the pages. I feel like this key's gonna lock me to a path. Read the journal. June 19th, 1979. Another day, another body. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever tire of my job. Today I have to bury a young woman. They said she drowned herself by accident. It's at times like these I find it best just to keep quiet then. Continue reading, yes. July 5th, 1979. Filthy, stinking grave robbers. This is the second time this past week they've struck. Why the hell would they even want to rob these graves? I'm going to have to try and keep the tomb locked up more often. There's a tomb here. Yes. this. September 20th, 1980. It seems people are coming around more often than usual. Some just walk by the graves, others leave things like flowers. Quite a kind thing to do, I think. After all, it's my job as well to make sure the dead rest in peace. Continue reading, yes. November 28th, 1981. I saw her again. She's still crying. Why? I don't even know who this spirit was. Damn it, I have to leave. No, I need to leave now. Okay, so I feel like this key is actually the item I need to open up, or at least get started on a path, which is different than most people, but I want to find all the pages before I do this. As long as I don't pick up any flowers, I think I'm okay. I hope. But I think there's probably more diary pages around, and I want to find them before I commit to this. So I need to remember how to get back here. In fact, I think I remember how to get back here, but if I get a little bit lost later, I apologize. There's the Markiplier thing, and everybody makes a comment on it, like, oh, haha. It's okay, sorry. Let's look over this way. Flowers everywhere. I'm just looking for any goddamn diary pages. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't know what I'm saying. I'll stop running for a second. There's flowers here. There's another page over here. I'm happy I continued looking. Okay, page, yes. This is it. I can't lie to him any longer. Oh, how foolish I was to turn him away like that. If only now I've learned my mistake. Tomorrow when we meet at the shore, I'll confess my sins to him. Oh, I pray he'll have it within himself to leave me still for what I've done, to love me still for what I've done. So I'm assuming that she cheated, and in a fit of rage of being told by the shore, he pushed her into the lake, and now he regrets it. Like, I still love you. That's my assumption based off the notes that I'm reading. And then, of course, things happen in the graveyard afterwards. Very spooky. Let's look to the right. I haven't really skimmed this. I think this is the side of the graveyard I've most commonly seen ghost wandering, so I'm going to be a little bit cautious. But maybe since I haven't picked up a flower, it hasn't spawned yet. I don't know that. But it's a thing I'm thinking is a possibility. Because I think they really want you to pick up the flowers. I see why nobody else gets the other pathways. There's flowers everywhere. And they look like notes, so okay, one more note to go after I pick up this one. I think I'm doing the path that nobody else has done, at least that I've seen. Though I did watch dozens of videos, so. This place is haunted. Even as I speak, the spirits of the departed surround me. No, stay away from me. Now is not my time to join the likes of you. Leave me be. Heaven's sake, leave me be. Alright, so we're at 10 out of 12. And the last two could be once I pick up the thing, but I'll continue looking around a little bit more thoroughly. This is the first graveyard, this is the gateway. Yep, I'm just confirming that I know I'm not like turned around right now. I haven't explored this area thoroughly yet. There should be like 1 or 2 more graveyard areas. Then I should be good to go inside the cabin that was in earlier and be like, yay, I've got everything I want. Alright. And I'll be a little bit cautious. I also have to look out for the water splashing. That's the telltale sign of this water spirit coming after you. I think I think I've explored this as thoroughly. I'm going to assume the last 2 pages are hopefully after I pick up the key inside of the cabin. That's the hope, at least. Okay, so not this area. Or maybe it is this area? Maybe it's just straightforward. Now this is the cabin I think I need to go to. So I think this is why I need to get the key. Once I get the key, I bet I'm going to run into hell though, so I'm going to try and memorize my pathways a little bit. Okay, so there's this area that leads there, and I believe to my right is where the cabin is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. And then my sense of direction is pretty okay. I'm happy about that. I didn't realize there was anything back here, and I don't think it's a glitch. I can probably go back here, but I did so. Let's go through the door again. And now I'm going to pick up this key, and I bet it's for the door, of course, that we passed that was locked. Picked up the tomb key. I did not mean to come out that quickly, but I did so. So that's I guess the building that's locked is the tomb. Also, there's a glitch, and the tomb key spawned more than once. Can I do that multiple times? I find a bug? You know what? Probably, being a game dev myself, I bet probably nobody ever really got the tomb key, because again, I watched all the videos, nobody really knows this. So they weren't prepared for a person to keep on entering in and out of the building and get the tomb key multiple times. Hopefully it doesn't break the game for me. It probably won't. It probably is just I have a variable for key. Hopefully it's not like equal to 1. It's probably like I have inventory or picked up state yes. But I find that a bit amusing. You can tell this path has been less explored, even just from something simple like that. Okay, so the tomb should just be to my left. Now, I should be a little bit cautious in case the spirit pops up, but so far it seems okay. That was a pretty straightforward path, actually. Alright. I'm actually excited because I've never seen anybody else do this. Let's go explore the tomb. If I die on this, I'll do it again. Don't worry. Just because I got a feeling I should be cautious of spirits here, like I was in the knife section previously. I'm also going to be looking for notes. Again, I'm first doing a full right wing area just to make sure things are okay. Apparently, I heard like feet shuffling. That makes me a little uncomfortable. I don't know if I like the squeaking sound that happens in your places like this. It feels like somebody's squeaking a tire or like a metal pipe or something. Let's look to the right. It's supposed to be mice, I assume, but it's not what my mind interprets it as. Fuck! Okay, so those shuffling sounds of fuck. Fortunately, I got turned around because the ghost and the wire thing, so I stopped my pathfinding. I was doing pretty okay at there. Here's another note. Read this. Yes. To my dearly beloved, I wish I had the chance to change everything. I know it's too late now, but I wanted to tell you I'm so sorry. I understand now what happened, and I acted out of line. Please leave me be, and I'll wish you all the best in the next life. So I need one more page. Hopefully my health rejuvenates soon. Again, I know the spirit was like over here a second ago, but I want to look in this area, so I'm being a little bit daring. Probably more daring than I should be. Okay, my health rejuvenated at least. I think if the spirit catches you, it's an automatic death, so... But she's a little bit more telltale than the wire thing that just hurts you. I hope I'm making sense of what I'm saying. Fuck, I got stuck there for a second. I also, if I hear feet shuffling, that's not my own. That's the wire coming towards me. Okay... However, I can get heart... And the wire seems to take a little while to respawn, so... Fuck, I saw it even this time. And usually near the water is the spirits, I need to be careful. I didn't hear it, but I saw it. Fortunately, since I have to take so many corners here, it's like... I'm really hoping I don't die here, just because I'd like to do this in one go. You know, optimism maybe, but... Is this area looping? It could be looping. This seems a little bit too large, even for this... Oh. Picked up the shovel. Fortunately, I feel like hell's about to come. I didn't find the last note, so I might do this again just to find the last note there, but... I don't even know what to... I saw you. Somewhere I need to dig up a thing. God, the silence is... It still has the squeaking sound. I would actually prefer pure silence to this and the mouse squeaking, which I assume is supposed to be mouse squeaking. I feel like I'm getting super turned around. This place cannot be this big. Fuck water. Remember, kids, fuck water. That's what I've learned today. I also know the spirit's around here. I'm afraid I'm going to run into the spirit around a corner or something. Oh, but then probably the second note's in there? Fuck. I bet the shovel I'm going to dig up the grave as opposed... And I could get the ending right now. I probably should. But then I've got 11 of the notes, but I don't want to get stuck in there again. I'm going to take all the lefts this time. Actually, I can't. Okay, two things. Firstly, I can't enter the building again. It actually locked me out after I climbed out. But second of all, you can tell that nobody's done this fucking path because the fucking door doesn't have physics anymore. I'm sorry, developer. I don't mean to be breaking your game. Being the developer side, I'm sure since somebody else has played this before, then yeah. Okay, so I actually didn't find where her grave was. Probably it's the central one, you'd imagine? So I'm gonna dig it up. The shovel turned back the soil as I opened up the earth. All the while I heard her crying out against my advance. At last arose her casket. Need rushed through me within our final moment. I tore off the lid and gazed down inside, and fell into the void laid beneath. Oh boy. So I'm not going anywhere, I'm just stuck there. Let's see what's inside the void. I've literally never seen anyone do this. I'm actually excited. But it's nice to find content in games that you remember fondly that you didn't realize even existed. It's a lot easier to get than I thought it would be, but I can understand why it happened, because everybody fell for the flower thing. Probably most people got the key. I think some got the knife and then died along the way by getting the flower, because the flower spawns a ghost in the garden, so... Unfortunately, I didn't get all the notes, which might play into the final ending you get. Oh boy, the dead end, look behind you, go back type of deal. Am I gonna get caught by the ghost? I should have checked the wall, maybe. It's fine. Yeah, it's pretty long. I don't think I walked all this way. I'm pretty sure the hall... Yep. We're doing this dead end thing. It's been a while since I've seen something like this. No, I don't just hate these sort of sequences. Alright, so I'm not going to run. I'm just going to walk. Alright. So we fall into a grave, a casket to be precise, and then it leads us into a void. Obviously, it was our wife's grave, the wife that drowned. Oh, fuck. Oh, everything's turning red. Killer. Well, I guess that can be me, and I guess I can also be drowned in blood. I don't want to be a killer. So I'm going to run through being submerged in blood. I thought that bubble was a key or something for a second. The bubbles are definitely getting to me. Let's go through. Oh, hello, spirit. Hi. She didn't like me. I descent down into the earth, blind to the temper in her rage. Her torment would never end until her soul was at last set free. Her corpse emerged before me. Her heart beat soundly as if it had never stopped. So to end her life, I took the blade and carved it out. At last, she let me be. Don't know which ending of the six this was. I loved her once. And even in death, I would never love her again. I wish I found all the notes. Still though, we got the ending I didn't expect us to get on our first playthrough. I'm going to quickly, in the same video, just get one of the other endings, and I guess I'll do the other 4 endings a bit later. Let's begin. So this is the ending which I think most people get. I'm not going to pick up all the notes this time. I feel like since there's supposed to be 6 endings, maybe it's related to if you find all 12 notes or not. I got very, very close. I got 11 out of 12, but there's probably one more in that tomb area. Now given, if you get the flower ending, you actually wouldn't be able to get all the notes, because 2 of them are in the knife area, unless you picked up the notes and ran back. Actually, you can leave the ladder whenever, so what you could do is you could find the 2 notes, take the ladder, get the key. And that makes sense, because there's 4 endings if you get the 2 items. There's the key and the knife, and that locks you out for one or the other, and then there's the key and the flower. So if you get the key and the flower, that's one ending. If you get the key and the flower, or then the key and the key, those are apparently 2 different endings. And then you can also get the knife and the key, or the knife and the flower, and that would be a total of 4 endings. But then maybe there's also a difference if you get like one of the endings. Like I feel like maybe that doesn't make much sense. I'm gonna try and figure it out another time. For now, I'm just gonna get the other ending, which is the most common ending, just to show a little bit of difference here. I'm not going to pick up any of the notes, so I'm just going to be noteless, as it were. Go over here. There's a note. No notes for me. What do I look like? A person who reads? Okay, so I believe that the area to get the other key, I'm gonna look over here just to make sure it's not like by the bench, because I think the key or whatever will despawn once I pick it up. Wow, what a nice fountain. It also could have been next to the gate. I could just be mistaken of its placement here. Now it could be in one of these. Oh wait, that was a very simple to find room. Did I not stumble upon that last time for some reason? What I'm thinking where the key might be, though I might be mistaken. I actually forget where the key is. I feel silly. Oh wait, there's the note. Not what I'm looking for, but wait, there's the key. Picked up the gate key. So I got, and then this happens. Just to show a little bit of difference. Now the spirit's haunting me, and there's water stuff that pops up like this. I actually don't know where the spirit spawned up from. Well, I walked right into the water. Now this is all rising. This is way back. But I have to take the long way, so I bet this is gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen, yet I still let it happen. Waiting for my health to get back before I run a little bit more. It's a little bit harder to see the water thing when you're in the rain. If I die here, I apologize. Right path should be either to the right. It's a wire blocked off gate. Okay, I made the right way back. I got the gate key, so that's the other way that most people get inside the gate. And apparently most people pick up a flower, which is what I'm about to do. Okay. So back around, gate key obtained. Let's go through here. I opened the lock and stepped inside. The air was cold and most foreboding. You don't say. She watched me from beyond. My hands could only tremble as I shuddered within the cold. My senses dulled and my breath turned numb. And yet somehow I carried on. You know, I didn't check to see if my audio levels were okay in this video. I really hope they have been. I've been recording for 40 minutes and I was like, oh, no, I didn't check. I'm a little rusty if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so we're not renaming notes. It's a flower. 1 out of 12. Do I need to collect all 12 or can I just go? This is her grave. Okay, so you need to collect all the flowers. I think, let me check something. Just picking up, before you collect all 12, does that lock you out of this? Also, the ghost wasn't here when I was just, I hear the water stalking me. Yeah, this door just won't open after that. Fuck! The water follows you for so long. But a confirmation, if you pick up one flower, this cabin locks. And the flowers are everywhere, so I can actually see why nobody ever got it. Just gonna walk casually. I'm flower picking. So that spawned the water monster, which was definitely not in the area before. As well as I know that the ghost should be wandering as well. And the ghost, I think, is a one-hit kill, while the wire gets you into this sort of annoying flashing state. Yeah, there's the ghost. 4 flowers collected. 5 flowers collected. 6 flowers collected. This should be the tomb over here. Fuck, I knew it was coming, but I decided just to take it because there's not a flower by the tomb. Over here, 7 flowers collected, 8 flowers collected. Now the ghost is over here. I think the ghost is kind of homing on my location too. Ghost, you're camping. Ghost, you're drunk, go home. Oh no, it gets honed in on me. Fuck, and I just walked right into it. Okay, so the ghost, I get what happens now. After you get hit by the red thing, the ghost starts trying to follow you. So it doesn't kill you, but it attracts the ghost to you. I actually now fully understand. That was just a note. Not what I'm looking for. If I get killed right now, I apologize. but I'm trying my darndest. Okay. I don't think that she's stalking you when you don't have it, so that's 9 out, 12, 10. There's no more notes, but again, this is my noteless run. Can I say the water thing is a real pain in the ass? Okay, so I think there's a pathway over here, which probably has the last couple flowers I didn't get. Probably, hopefully. 11, there we go. 12 collected. Now the water monster's gonna get me as I run towards the grave. Because I have to run back over here in order to get here. Oh, actually we did it. We did it! Now here's the end that most people get. For her, the flowers were placed as a token of my goodwill. For her death had been a part of fate most cruel. I could feel her by my side. The cold couldn't leave me, and neither did it wane? It's wane. And neither did it wane, for I knew not what else to do, as my memories slowly became reality, to a time when death had played. So we are here. We can no longer go back, so we'll just walk forward. Through all the blocky trees to see whatever awaits us. Then we enter into the shore. Oh, I can actually like sort of walk out to the beach, but not really. We'll just walk out to the depths this way. At the end of the pier over here, which this is a very shoddy pier, I guess. It's cool, I guess, but it's also, I would be terrified to walk out on this. You can get like your foot caught and trip, or something would break because it doesn't look stable enough. There it's the end. And then she rises from the water. Hello, lady. Before the sea from which she lay, she saw the pain of my misery. My torment would never end until her soul was free at last. Her corpse emerged before me. She cried for me, for now she knew of my love still to her, and even in spite of death, she would love me forevermore. But still, I could not forget. I had loved her once. And even in death, I knew I may never find love again. Alright, there's 2 different endings of the game. There are 4 more endings apparently, and I know how to get 2 of them super easily. One of them is definitely get the knife and then collect the flowers. And the other, in fact, let me just do, fine, it's gonna be an hour-long video. I'll get the knife and then I'll collect all the flowers. I'll do the other one later, but I guess I'm gonna get half the endings in one video and then the other half. There might be more than one video because I'm not sure how you're supposed to get the last 2 endings unless, of course, you're supposed to pick up everything. It's been so long now since the tides have taken her. So this time I'm going to be going for the knife, and after I get the knife, I'm then going to try and pick up all the flowers. I'm just curious how the ending will differ. Because I actually have not seen this personal combination. Maybe someone's done it, but I wasn't paying close enough attention. Maybe the dialogue changes. I feel like you're going to just get the same ending, just with a small alteration. But I don't know that. And I'm curious enough to check right now. Now, unfortunately, in the knife area, well, no, I guess it's possible. I think that the ghost actually doesn't spawn until the water droplets gets you. I think the mechanic, which I'm figuring out, is the water hits you, and that spawns the ghost that comes for you. Which is also why I always see the ghost after I've been hit by the water droplets. But then there's a recovery time on that. I think I understand how it works a little better now. Again, I'm not going to pick up any notes at the moment, so I'm just going to rush and do what I need to do. I'll focus on note collecting next time and see if I get all 12 notes at some point. let's open this up. Inside here, you see the key, pick it up, and we go down here. Sure was a dark and spooky place here. Remember that this ladder is here. Now, I kind of remember the layout of this place, but not exactly. That's a note, and again, I'm not looking for the notes, I'm looking for the keys. And the first key, if I remember correctly, was like over this way. I remember what door it goes towards, so... Yeah, I don't remember the precise locations. If I pass the key while I'm running around, I apologize. I was trying this a little bit quickly, so you know I don't get watered and ghosted all night long. Okay, there's key 1, and key 1 I think starts... Yes, I think this begins the horror aspect of this area once because you confirm the key path and the eye. That opens this up, and inside I get another key. See, my sense of direction is pretty okay. There's the water monster. It almost got me. In fact, it even felt like it spawned right next to me after I got this. Can't say that for certain, though. That's just my conspiracy theory. Now, does that open this door? Yes, it does. And then I get this key. Voila. Look at me. I'm pretty okay at video games. There's the water monster. I'll see if I can avoid it. I did avoid it. I'm actually proud of myself. Go inside here. I thought that the water sign right there was something, but never mind. I pick up the knife. And then water rises. I only have so much time to get out of here before I get drowned for good, but thankfully the pathway is actually pretty simple. It should just be right over here. Running up, and no, wait, I got twisted and turned around. Oh no. There it is. Voila! I got myself a nice knife. Out we go. Now, with this knife obtained, it's time to go pick some pretty flowers. Remember, Rice Krispies makes the flowers grow. Advertising fucking instilled that into me. I open this with a knife. Oh, I can even open it. It's so nice, I opened it twice. The knife forced the lock, and I stepped inside. The air was cold and most foreboding. Now we're going to do a flower quest. I'm going to save the flowers in the main grave areas for last, just because they're, you know, a little bit out of the way. And I now understand how the water thing works. The water spirit is fucking a bitch to it. It's harder to see the water in the rain, if that makes sense. But you can hear it, but it comes after you, and there's not a lot of good paths to it. I don't think it can enter inside the dead end paths. I noticed the ghost couldn't enter the dead end paths. It was just outside the graveyard waiting for me. Alright, but until I pick up my first flower, it won't make much of a difference. Because I don't think, until you pick up the flowers, I think you're kind of not locked into anything, so... I wonder how, maybe the 12 notes is, again, all the notes has to be for one of the endings, but it can't be for all of the endings. Because there's a few endings that wouldn't make any sense for. I think the water is probably about to get me, by the way. Usually, it seems like it spawns around here. There's 2 flowers to every graveyard. There's the part I saw it right then even. I'm gonna try my best not to get ghosted. That's 8. Over here should be 2 more, and then I know where the final one is. I should have saved this one for last just because it's a little bit of the simplest way forward. I really don't want to get caught now because I'm like, oh, I'm so close, but I know I'm going to run into the water monster because it's really hard to see and almost impossible to avoid when you do see it in this part, so... Then again, I guess I have to summon the spirit somehow.
Hello, Satan.
There's Markiplier having fun. Fuck, I even saw it last second. I don't know where the spirit is right now. I'm going to kind of wait wherever I end up at. I think I'm at the cabin, which is actually not where I want to be. Fuck my life. I have to go around the house. Fuck my life! Deflates like a balloon. At least you get here to see the death. I'm stubborn, though. I'm gonna look at the graveyard a little bit more thoroughly. Oh, actually, they spawn me from inside the gate. Very nice of them, actually. Doesn't keep my picked up flowers. Okay, so what was the graveyard I missed last time? Was it this pathway? No, this is just the Markiplier grave Easter egg. So the stuff over here is mostly not important. And over here is the brown cabin. Can I enter it now? Surprisingly, not more people got inside the tomb because that does do this. I know that that place closes after this. Okay. So good to know that's a checkpoint, though. Okay. I'm not gonna pick up the flowers here just because these are like two. Wait, there's three right here. Okay, three there. There's nothing over here, obviously. I'm gonna do a hell dash. The thing is, the water usually spawns right outside of here. And you can see it right there. That one's like one of the most unfair places to get it because then it just fucking does its bullshit. Actually, I'm gonna go over here. I got super turned around there for a second. I'm gonna go for these over here because I remember these were over here. And then water spirit, no water spiriting. I feel like I'm missing a little bit here, but I'm gonna get by the water spirit in just a moment, because of course I am. I'll just do laps when I get caught by it. Fuck my fucking life. Time to do some laps. Problem is I don't know where the ghost is, so I'm probably actually just about to run right into her. Fuck my life. Now I'm okay. I don't know where a single flower is. Actually, I think I know where it is. Hear the water. You can hear it gushing through this place. It's just over here, right? Please tell me it's just over here. Thank God. Get me out of here. Okay. For her, the flowers were placed as a token of my goodwill. For her death has been a part of fate most cruel. Now is this ain't gonna change at all? Is me dying going to affect it? I could feel her by my side. The cold couldn't leave me, and neither did it wane, for I knew not what else to do as my memory slowly became reality. So far, it just seems like the same ending again. Maybe how many notes you collect makes a difference when you're getting. Well, let's see if anything does change. Oh, something did change. This is a different ending. The red flash. We get hurt on the way across. Now we're getting all dizzy as we cross the ocean. Ooh. Oh boy. No thank you, ma'am. I'm gonna run the opposite way. Yeah, this is definitely a different ending at least. Well, I'm doomed. Hi, lady. Before the sea from which she lay, death came for me all the same. Her cries of blood distilled the rain as she came to kill me all the same. Her corpse emerged before me. Sorrow overtook me as I was dragged down below. and as the water filled my lungs, I felt the cold embrace my soul. At last she left me be. I had loved her once. What's the additional? And even in death, I could not escape my fate. Alright, so the ending actually did end up differing. I haven't seen that one either. Huh. Well, that's 3 of the 6 endings. I guess next time we're gonna see if we can get the other 3. Maybe it'll take more than one video because I know one of the other endings is obviously get the gate key and then get the shovel. But then the last 2 endings are an enigma to me. Now, one of the endings has to be read all the notes and then get the ending. And part of the reason why I say that is because it's obvious, for one. But more than that, also, there's the aspect, though, that you can only collect all 12 notes if you go and through the knife and the shovel path. Now, I know you could say in theory you don't need to open them up, but then don't collecting those items lock you out of the other one. Maybe it doesn't count if you... Actually, no. You could do it. But then also, what ending would you have to get for that to count? Because there are 4 endings, and maybe you just have to end up in both ending spots with all notes. Maybe that's the key thing, because there are 2 ending spots. There's the grave itself, and then there's the shore and the memories. So maybe if you get all the notes, because you could go into the house and then not pick up the knife, and there's 2 notes in the basement I know of. And then the second note has to be inside the tomb, and I bet you can probably pick up the graveyard tomb key and then read the 2 notes and not pick up the shovel, so I guess that would be possible. So my guess is that 2 of the endings is read all 12 notes. The thing which I'm really worried about, I know where the 2 notes are inside the building, I know how to find the notes in both graveyard areas, but I don't know how I'm going to find both the notes in the tomb. You're getting stalked during the tomb sequence, and that makes it a little bit worse, but yeah. All the same, things to think about, we'll be doing that next time. Yeah, we're halfway through My Only. I hope you guys are enjoying. Until next time, I shall bid adieu to all of you.